All right, guys, straight catch. I'm coming at you here in the pilot office, and we are ready to start our personal Cancun PR jam in the pilot office to launch the January incentive trip and getting that ball rolling in motion. So I have a couple of tips for you guys, for those of you joining from other offices and across the division. I've got some key reminders and focuses to be making sure that you're paying attention to for these next several weeks, as well as just some overall keys to making sure that no matter what, you're joining us in Cancun. That Cancun contest is going to be sick nasty. $8,000 is all it takes to be there. And more importantly, you get a $2,000 credit if you sold $2,000 for the Only in Push. I know many people did, and on top of that, you get double credit for any PRs and recruits that you get this next two launches. So one that starts tomorrow, and then one again on December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So I want to just promote to you the key dates that are important and things that you want to be thinking about and doing in order to make sure that you maximize your double credit contest. So the first thing that I'm going to mention is to make sure that you've posted, and I think almost everybody did this in Olean, but if you haven't already done so, make sure you post a slide on social media or post a picture on social media of the destination, and a post just simply saying, hey, I'm excited about going to Cancun. Who's coming with me? Hey, my company actually has some openings, and there's a big Cancun trip that I'm going to be going on, and I want to bring as many of my buddies as possible. Let me know if you're interested. Have some sort of social media post that goes up. Another idea of a social media post that you can put up would be a picture of a big paycheck. And I know that we've had some people across the region already doing this, but post a picture of your actual paycheck, ideally with you in it, and send that out on social media as well, so that way you just say, hey, look, this is an example of one of my weekly paychecks. If you're looking for work around school or the holidays or just some supplemental income, message me individually, and I'll see if I can get you an interview. That's a great idea to get kind of social media going. The second thing after using social media is to start friending people on social media. And I know Trey Harris is promoting for each of his people in his organization that want to hit this trip to have at least 500 friend requests sent by Sunday, the 20th. So here we are on Wednesday. Can you add another 500 friend requests, or can you make it a mission to send out 100 a day for the next 5 days? To send out 100 requests is probably going to take you somewhere in the neighborhood of about an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. So this isn't something that you could just get done all in one sitting. In fact, if you do it all in one sitting, Facebook will probably block you. So this needs to be done over the next couple of days. But can you make it a mission of sending 500 between now and Sunday, which would be anywhere from 75 to 100 per day. That's a huge tip on getting a big new pool of potential PRs. The third key is to put together a handwritten list of 50 to 100 people and organize into local and non-local groups, so that way you and your manager can call through them to get them booked up. And then the last key, guys, is this Sunday we need to have a massive PR phone jam. Okay, treating it almost like a demo phone jam, except we're going to be calling PRs and scheduling PRs. And this works most effectively with you calling them and then handing the phone to a manager. It's like, hey, just want to say, hey, I'm sitting here with my manager. I have a quick second to talk to him. I had an example earlier today with Michael Mullins, who was just getting done playing basketball, and one of his buddies was sitting beside him, and he's trying to get him in for an interview. And so this is a great way to get people in. Obviously, the connection is going to be a lot stronger if they actually know you. So get a big list of 50 to 100 people that you want to call for this. And guys, you can get this from everywhere. These could be some of your friends personally that you've been trying to talk to, even if you try to get them in before. I know we had that happen not too long ago, where a representative that was, we've been trying to get in for years, finally came in. And it happens all the time. So get a list of 50 to 100 people that that call, or have your managers call to get those people in. So that's going to happen on the 20th, on this upcoming Sunday for the big phone jam. Other key reminders for this PR drive is to make sure that you're constantly looking for outside sources. So when you go to the drive-through, Be handing out business cards. Be saying, hey, how you like your job? You look like you're kind of bored. It's like, hey man, I love my job. Why don't you come work with me? Right? Get contact information that way. Going on campus, helping out your managers on campus by passing out business cards and then clipboarding. If anybody wants more information on the job, start giving them more information about the job by simply saying, actually, you know what? If you have your number, I can call you later and maybe get you in for an interview. Or if you have time, I can have one of my managers call you real quick. Interview. But having that pursuit of the recruit mentality, when you go to the gym, you see people at the gym, when you go to if you go to the tanning bed, or you go to the salon, or you go to a party, or you go to anywhere for that matter, always be looking for potential PRs. If you have that pursuit of the recruit mentality, you're going to find them. I remember Brian Horn was somebody who sold over $100,000 for the Cutco personally, was actually recruited at a movie theater. He was in line in a movie theater. He met Alexander Van Dyke. She got him into training, and then boom, the rest is history. I know Ben Jackson got Jack Marceau while they were just working out. They talked about it. He's like, hey man, you should you should end up coming in and working with me real quick. So Jack Marceau came in from there. So be on the constant lookout for good quality people. The last thing I'm gonna mention is just making sure that you're keeping the sales momentum going. If you're not selling consistently right now, it's going to be very difficult to kind of pick up and crush it for the January push. We're going to have key workshops and key dates throughout the next several weeks to make sure that our sales performance is where it needs to be. But guys, if you're not selling consistently right now, it's going to be hard to kind of pick up where you left off with. So we had an amazing Olean push. In fact, we were up 100%. This week versus a year ago, which is amazing, guys. And I really want to commend you for all your energy and effort for that. We had a great push. First time ever that the Georgia division was number 2 push, and the pilot office ended up being number 2 as well. So you take Epcot out, actually, and I was talking to Matt King. We actually would have beaten the Orlando office. So the pilot office would have been number 1 if you take out the home show. And the division itself would have hung with the NFL for top dog overall as a division. So thank you guys for all your work and energy. Appreciate all the good effort that you had. And what's also pretty exciting is that we created more CPO than any other division during the Olean Phone Jam, which is pretty cool. We created almost $7,000 of the $30,000 sold total. So congrats to all the hard work and effort that everybody put into that. Every order mattered, no matter how big or how small, that contributed to that. So guys, let's crush tonight. TLA, there will be a video coming out a little bit later tonight on the intro talk to training and the personal story. So be on the lookout for that. Keep growing yourself by monitoring your health and fitness, and keep growing your paychecks by getting out there and phone jamming and having a good phone jam tonight. So have a great night. See ya.